Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and pull out the really important nuggets from the AI world. I'm Amin, and with me is Leah, our expert guide for today. This is AI Brief, episode 182. And like always, our mission is simple: get you up to speed fast, with the key insights, maybe a surprising fact or two.
And we've definitely got a lot to cover today, some really interesting stuff happening. We'll be looking at a major tech player's new AI hardware hitting some, let's say, unexpected legal snags over its name. Then there's a leading AI voice company releasing a pretty groundbreaking interactive voice assistant. Could change how you use your tools. We'll also touch on a big social media platform possibly using iris scans to check if users are human. Yeah, really. Plus, some exciting projects bridging AI research and the real world, like a totally non-invasive way to tackle mental health. And of course, we'll do a quick run-through of other key AI news and some trending tools you might want to check out.
Okay, let's jump right in. First up, a story that honestly sounds like it's straight out of a legal drama. Some real corporate intrigue here. So OpenAI, working with Jony Ive's design firm LoveFrom, unveiled this IoT hardware partnership. But then, almost instantly, poof, all the promotional material just disappeared online. The reason? Apparently, a court order from IYO, which is a Google X spinout, they're claiming trademark issues and, well, maybe more.
Right, and what makes IO interesting is their whole concept. They focus on hardware for interacting with tech, smartphones, computers, AI without needing like a screen or keyboard. Their main product is the iWire1. It's an AI earbud, basically a computer without a screen that talks to you, designed to run apps just through voice.
And this is where it gets juicy. The court filing claims Sam Altman from OpenAI and the LoveFrom team actually met with IYO back in 2022. And then again, apparently right before this IO thing was announced in spring 2025, OpenAI took down the blog post, the video with Ive and Altman, but they're saying the deal's still happening. They call the complaint utterly baseless.
Yeah, but it's more than just a name dispute, isn't it? For startups like IYO, it shows how tough it is to protect your ideas against the big players. The details alleged in the filing, like LoveFrom folks buying IYO devices, asking to share specifics, and the names being almost identical.
Well, it definitely puts a dent in the narrative that IO was purely original innovation. You know, it really makes you think about that line between inspiration and maybe something closer to imitation in this super fast AI race. Yeah. Could set a precedent.
That's a really sharp point about the blurring lines. Okay, let's shift gears. Speaking of companies pushing boundaries, let's talk about ElevenLabs. They've just launched ElevenAI, their own voice assistant. Now, we've seen tons of these, right? But they're saying this one's different. It supposedly connects to tools using Anthropic's model context protocol to actually do things, not just answer questions. What makes this setup really different? That's the key bit, exactly. It's why ElevenAI could be a big deal. It's still an alpha, experimental, but it already links up with things like Perplexity, Linear, Slack, Notion. So you can manage tasks using voice commands, and developers can build custom links too. The model context protocol you mentioned. Think of it like a universal translator between AI systems and apps. It lets them share context, understand intent. So instead of just, what's the weather, you could say something complex like, summarize my last few Slack messages about the budget, then draft an email to Sari with the main action items. And ElevenAI could actually coordinate that across Slack, maybe Notion, your email. It's got thousands of voice options, voice cloning too, all running on their own system. They've made it free for a bit to get feedback. Smart move.
So if I'm getting this right, ElevenLabs isn't just making voices sound better. They're building the plumbing for voice agents that can genuinely act for us. Is that the main leap here?
That's exactly it. That's the shift. They already have incredibly natural-sounding speech tech. Pairing that with this protocol for tool access and action, it totally changes the game for voice assistants. Moves them way beyond current assistants like Siri or Alexa, which are often pretty limited, reactive. You ask, they answer, maybe do one simple thing. This is about voice becoming a real interface for complex tasks. Managing projects, doing research across apps, all hands-free. It could finally make voice a powerful productivity tool, not just a novelty, a real aha moment for how we use tech day to day.
Definitely a leap in utility. Which naturally brings up a bigger question about our online lives. How do we even prove who's human anymore? And that takes us straight to Reddit and World ID. Reddit's reportedly talking to Sam Altman's Tools for Humanity about integrating their World ID system, the one that uses those orb devices to scan your irises, for verification, but supposedly keeping you anonymous. Feels intense, right?
How do they handle the privacy side of iris scans? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? World ID tries to tackle it with its design, its optional verification, first off. And critically, when it scans your iris, the biometric data gets encrypted and then sort of shattered, fragmented across different servers. So no single place has your complete identifiable iris data. What you get is a unique cryptographic proof that says, yes, this is a verified human, without storing the who. Reddit CEO Steve Huffman talked about this, trying to keep anonymity but also fight the flood of AI accounts and bots. Oh, and kids under 18 can't use the orb scanning right now. If Reddit does this, they'd be the first big US platform trying biometrics at this scale.
So this whole dead internet idea where bots take over, if platforms don't do something like World ID, what's the real risk for us online?
It's a growing concern, that dead internet theory. The idea that most content, most interactions online could soon be AI generated. It makes it hard to know what's real, who to trust, whether you're talking to a person or a bot. Platforms are already struggling with this. Without strong verification, the web could just become less real, less trustworthy, challenging online communities, reliable info. So while World ID's iris scanning got, a lot of pushback, the need for some way to tell humans from machines online is getting urgent. It really highlights this tension between wanting privacy and needing to keep online spaces genuinely human, a big challenge for everyone online.
Definitely something to chew on. Okay, let's switch focus to something more uplifting. Two initiatives bridging AI research and real-world use. First, the Laud Institute. It's a new nonprofit from Andy Konwinski, co-founder of Databricks and Perplexity. Their mission is basically to help academics get their AI research out of the lab and turn it into actual products. How big a problem is that gap they're trying to fill?
Yeah. Oh, it's a huge problem. And this could be a real game changer. Think about it. Brilliant research often just stays in papers, never gets out into the world. Just amazing algorithms developed at universities that, lack the funding or the business side to become real products. The Laud Institute wants to be that bridge, offering computing power, engineering help, advice on making it a business, and they've got big names involved, like Turing winner David Patterson, Jeff Dean from DeepMind. That adds serious weight. Plus, Konwinski himself put in $100 million. That's significant. This could really speed up how quickly cool AI research becomes something useful for everyone.
That sounds incredibly valuable. And staying on that theme, let's talk about Sanmai Technologies, using AI ultrasounds for mental health. They call it massaging your brain. Sounds sci-fi.
It does sound futuristic, but it's fascinating. Sanmai has developed this helmet. It uses AI to direct really precise, low-intensity ultrasound waves to specific brain areas. The goal isn't just imaging, it's therapeutic. They think it could help with things like epilepsy, depression, chronic pain by sort of gently stimulating neural pathways. Their system also has an AI companion to guide treatments and figure out what works best for each person. They've already got $12 million in funding, backed by people like Reid Hoffman from LinkedIn. That's a strong signal.
Okay, so how does this compare to things like Neuralink that we hear about, the brain implants?
That's the key difference. Sanmai is totally non-invasive, no surgery needed. Neuralink involves implanting electrodes. Sanmai's helmet uses external, low-intensity ultrasound. That means way fewer risks, fewer potential side effects compared to invasive methods, and this could make it incredibly accessible. They're aiming for the device to cost under $500. That's huge compared to other advanced treatments. They're doing early tests for anxiety, talking to the FDA. If it works, it could open up a whole new, much easier way for people to get help with mental health conditions. Really changes the perspective on wellness tech.
Wow, non-invasive and affordable.
Yeah.
That's genuinely exciting. Okay, let's do a quick spin through some other AI headlines making noise.
Sure. One interesting bit, Disney is talking to AI companies, potentially including OpenAI, about licensing characters and IP, for use in AI models. Complex stuff.
Yeah, but at the same time, Disney just sued Midjourney over copyright. So expect more legal fights between content owners and AI firms. That's just starting.
And then there's a claim from a U.S. official alleging that DeepSeek, an AI firm, is working with the Chinese military on AI, using ways around chip restrictions, geopolitics, and AI mixing there.
On a lighter note, Google dropped Magenta Realtime. It's an open-source AI for live music, lets you create and mix music on your own computer in real time. Could be amazing for musicians.
Right, puts creative tools directly in artists' hands. Also, Meta's been meeting with lots of AI companies, Runway, SSI, Thinking Machines, Perplexity. Looking at potential buys, though nothing's happened yet, shows they're shopping.
And here's a big vision. SoftBank's Masayoshi Son is pitching Crystal Land, a massive, maybe $1 billion hub in Arizona for AI and robotics manufacturing, trying to attract chip giants like TSMC.
That'd be huge for US AI hardware. And lastly, Microsoft unveiled Mo. It's a new small language model designed for more agentic tasks on Windows Copilot plus PCs. meaning AI doing multi-step things right on your device.
All right, finally, let's hit today's trending AI tools. Quick hits on things you can actually try out. Any standouts for you on this list?
Hmm. Well, the DeepGram Voice Agent API looks powerful for developers. Building voice agents that sound really human and can handle complex chats. That's a big step for customer service bots and more. And Kimi Researcher from Moonshot AI aiming to be a top-tier research agent. Like having a super smart digital librarian to process info for you could be very useful.
Both sound great.
Yeah.
What else quickly?
Okay, rapid fire. Voice design. Minimax for custom multilingual voices. Mistral Small 3.2, an updated model, better instructions, fewer mistakes. Bookster turns knowledge into ebooks fast. Dosset for AI bookkeeping automation.
Keep them coming.
Easy Site builds websites or apps, no code needed. Async provides high-quality text-to-speech for developers. And Claro, an AI assistant aiming to help businesses with decisions and growth. Lots to explore there. So, thinking about all this, as AI gets woven deeper into everything we do, from verifying who we are to mental health care, even making music, what responsibility do we actually have, as users, as citizens, to really understand how this stuff works underneath and what its bigger impact might be, beyond just using the cool features?
That's a really important question to reflect on, and a great place to wrap up this deep dive. Thanks so much for joining us. If you found this useful, please follow AI Brief wherever you get your podcasts, and definitely share this deep dive with anyone you think needs to get up to speed on AI. Until next time, keep exploring.